In Breath of the Wild, there is a certain trick that will save you hours of your time. And when I say hours, I really mean hours. Wind bombs or bomb impact launches is an easy way to get around all of Hyrule, becoming a staple of Breath of the Wild speedrunning and helping out most casual players. Hi, my name is JoeDun and I'm a Breath of the Wild 100% speedrunner. Today I'll be sharing my tips and tricks for using wind bombs in speedruns or even a casual playthrough. I will teach you how to use them, different types of wind bombs, and the general knowledge of what wind bombs to use where. This is mostly a speedrunning guide, but if you're looking to learn how to wind bomb for a casual playthrough, this video will teach you as well. Before we get into it, I will be calling these wind bombs instead of BILs because wind bombs is just easier to say. But both work. If someone references it as a BIL, just know they're talking about wind bombs, or vice versa. Now, there are a few different types of wind bombs. You have Fronthop wind bombs, Backflip, Spider, Shield, Midair, and all of them give you different results. There's even different results if you time the explosion differently, if you use the square bomb first instead of the circle bomb, but we're going to start off with the basics. We're going to go with the Fronthop wind bomb with the circle bomb placed first. First off, you want to make sure you have a bow with arrows equipped. This is the only thing you need to have equipped, nothing else matters. Next, you want to make sure when doing this wind bomb, Link is facing any cardinal or ordinal direction. This is the most important part. If Link isn't facing a cardinal or ordinal direction, you will simply get launched and stop in midair in most cases. Now begin with standing right on the edge of a ledge. I recommend something like a bridge. Equip the circle bomb rune for your first bomb. Then you want to start holding your shield button, in this case for me it is ZL. Once holding ZL, you want to jump forward. As soon as you see Link leave the ground, you want to place the circle bomb. Then after placing the circle bomb, immediately go into bullet time using ZR or your respective bow button. These inputs should be right after each other. Think of like a combo in a fighting game. There is no downtime between these inputs and they should be made like a combo. Now after you successfully pull that off, you should be in bullet time with a circle bomb behind Link. At this point, you can let go of ZL. Then you press up on the D-pad to bring up the rune menu. Now it is simple as switching to the square bomb, placing it, then going back to the circle bomb to activate it. These inputs do not need a specific timing in most cases for a launch to occur. It should look a little something like this. If you are having trouble, there are a few important things to look out for. So we'll go into troubleshooting. Like I said earlier, if you are not in a cardinal or ordinal direction, a wind bomb will most likely not work, and this goes for most of the wind bombs besides Backflip. Make sure the bomb placement is correct. Sometimes people can place the first bomb way too quickly, causing it to scuff up. Make sure it's slightly above the ground when going into bullet time. In some cases, if you wait too long to place the second bomb, it will not work. When doing wind bombs, a general tip for timing the launch is looking at the stamina gauge. If you wait for about 30% of the respective stamina bar to run out, that is a general okay time to launch. Now, this wind bomb shouldn't be too difficult. If you do have trouble, remember to keep practicing. It took me personally about an hour before I started getting it down at all, and a few months to actually fully master, confidently. Once you do figure out, then it's smooth sailing. We can move on to backflip wind bombs. Backflip wind bombs are usually pretty simple. It just takes a bit of setup time and that's basically it. First off, you want to find a ledge that you can easily get to the floor from. For example, this bridge right next to Bosch Kyla is a great practice point. Now just get on the ledge and start aiming where you want to go. After you figure out where you want to go, it's as simple as backflipping twice. After you backflip twice, place a square bomb on the floor. Then after that, front hop twice right back to where you were on the ledge. Making sure, however, your direction and your angle is the same from where you backflipped. Now after that, hold your shield button and do one more backflip. Now when you backflip, wait exactly a single second and then go into bullet time. This timing can vary, so just mess around with it a little bit. In bullet time, now this is where timing is key, you have to make sure both the square bomb and circle bomb line up with Link's ass before you launch. But I have kind of a cheat with this. Most people don't realize, but there's a really good indication on when a backflip wind bomb will work. Notice when I backflip and wait after a few seconds, the camera will slightly shift. This is your timing to place the circle bomb. You want to backflip, go into bullet time, wait for the camera shift, place circle, explode square. Doing this should give you the angle you need for this to work without even needing to look at the bomb. Sometimes you don't even need the camera shift to happen and the launch should still work. Just mess around with it a little bit, try different timings if you're having trouble. Speaking of trouble, we'll go into troubleshooting. If you get the launch but Link just stops in the air, this is what we call a lag stop, and this will most likely happen in a laggy place with a lot of polygons, or sometimes it just happens if you're going too fast. If you're going too fast, try activating the bomb a little bit sooner so Link goes higher up in the air, making him not go as fast. If you fail a wind bomb even though you got the timing right with the camera shift and everything, sometimes the camera shift doesn't work out. It kind of depends on what kind of terrain you're on. So if you're trying to backflip wind bomb on a slope going uphill, try waiting a little while longer, and if the opposite, try doing it sooner. So as soon as you got to this point, I'm guessing you've learned how to do the first two wind bombs. If not, make sure to go back up, rewatch everything, just practice it until you get them down. Because we're going to go into some advanced techniques that you can do with these wind bombs to go even further and faster. So with the Fronthop wind bomb, if by placing a square bomb first and then using a circle bomb, you will generally go further up than the other way around. It's great for trying to get over large hills, or even some shrines require you to do this to get to the end. You can boost your speed pretty significantly if you aim at a 30-degree angle before activating the second bomb in a Fronthop wind bomb. Generally harder to pull off, but very worth it for the speed increase. It's also generally a lot easier to get lag stopped as well, just because of how much faster you will be going. You can change how long you wait to activate to get different angles. For example, we use a really low angle to skip all of Re-Dehe. Just pay attention to my timing and try it out for yourself. Getting these two wind bombs are crucial for the longer categories of Breath of the Wild. I probably do over 1,000 wind bombs in a single 100% speedrun. They are also extremely fun to do, so I recommend anyone to learn and try out this wonderful trick. Now it's time to go over some advanced wind bombs. These wind bombs are pretty situational and aren't used all the time, but can be used to get places faster, obviously. The Spider Wind Bomb. Spider wind bombs aren't the most useful type of wind bomb, but they are useful when you don't have a ledge to hop off from, but have plenty of walls around you. This type is hard because it's mostly hard to gauge how well your direction is. You simply have to make sure you have a cardinal or ordinal direction down or you're screwed. Now first you want to make sure you know how to jump off walls consistently. Yes, I know it sounds easy, but sometimes even I get mixed up with it. While on a wall, looking directly at Link, all you have to do is press down and jump at the same time. You got it? Good. Now with the Spider Wind Bomb, you want to hold shield like always. Then instead of placing the bomb right away after jumping, you want to wait a little tiny bit until Link actually leaves the wall. You see, normal jumping is a lot faster than jumping off a wall, so you want to make sure and wait for Link's full jump animation to play out. It isn't too hard to time, but once you do get it, it's as simple as every other wind bomb. Just place the second, detonate the first, then voila, you just did a Spider Wind Bomb. Pat yourself on the back. Usually if you get lag stopped 9 times out of 10, it's because the direction Link jumps into. Now we're going to move on to the Midair wind bombs. The dreaded Midair. In my opinion, one of the hardest types of wind bombs, but it looks really stylish when done correctly. This one can get pretty easy when explained. Now, you're going to want to get in midair. Once you're in midair, always make sure you're facing a cardinal or ordinal direction. This is very important, seeing how midairs can be really finicky at times for no reason at all. Also make sure the camera is directly behind the Link. This is important not to throw off the angle or positioning. Now once things are all lined up, you want to stop moving in air. After Link is completely still, you want to hold forward. Now as soon as you press forward, you want to drop a bomb. This should be almost instant. Now after you drop a bomb, quickly go into bullet time and place the other and detonate the first. You should have launched even further if done correctly. A good indicator if you have the correct angle is to see if you can see the flat side of the bomb about to go into Link's ass or butt. This is a very good wind bomb to know, and I recommend most runners to be acquainted with it. It saves my ass so many times seeing how easy it is to fail a wind bomb, but with midairs in most cases it's really easy to save it. So now we're going to get into shield jump wind bombs. These are the most elusive type of wind bombs. They're really only useful for a very limited amount of situations, and I only really recommend this wind bomb if you're learning 100% or just wanting to look stylish, because 99 times out of 100 there will be an easier alternative that will probably save more time. So let's just get into it. So first off, you want to make sure Link is shield surfing. While Link is shield surfing, you want to make sure he's going at a moderate amount of speed. Not too fast, but not too slow. Also make sure you have the circle bomb rune equipped. Once Link is shield surfing, you want to press the pause button and the jump button at the same time. A good way to see if you've done this correctly is if you see Link off the ground, but you didn't hear the jump noise. Now once you have the correct frame, you're going to want to go to your items and start holding something. For this example, I'm holding an apple just because I always have apples while I run. Once Link successfully has something in his hand, this is your time to unpause. Now this is where the tricky part comes in. The timing for this wind bomb can be very weird. As soon as you unpause, you want to wait until you can do an input, which is when the menu is fully gone. Once you're able to do an input, it's as easy as every other wind bomb. Place the first bomb, bullet time, place the second, detonate the first. This is the wind bomb I'm actually not too great at. I haven't practiced this too often because I don't really do it too often. So I recommend messing around and practicing it until you can get the timing down correctly. I do, however, have some troubleshooting that could help if you don't get it down. If you notice you placed the bomb but didn't go into bullet time, that means you pressed your bow button way too late. So press it a little bit earlier. If you notice you go into bullet time but didn't have a bomb come out, that means you pressed the bomb button too early. So press it a little later. If you notice when placing the bomb, Link is for some reason holding it in his hands, that means you press the bomb button too late. This usually happens when Link starts falling after the arc of his jump, basically. Now I hope I helped some of you guys out. This is my first tutorial I've ever done, so it can be a little bit sketchy in some places. So if you have any other questions, drop them in the comments or join the Breath of the Wild speedrunning Discord. That's probably the most important thing. If you'd rather not join the speedrunning Discord, which I highly recommend you do, just join my personal Discord and ask me a question. I'll make sure to help you out in there. There are plenty of other tutorials. For example, if something in this tutorial didn't help you out, you can either check out limb cubes or even linkuses. There are plenty of other tutorials out there with this certain subject, so I'm pretty sure one of these will have your answers. If you have anything else you want me to cover, leave it down in the comments. I'll make sure to comment it. But if you want to subscribe and keep up with more tutorials in the future, be sure to do that. I plan on making 100% tutorials, maybe like a duping tutorial, an updated duping tutorial, some divine beasts routing tutorials, how to do certain tricks in there, because I know some of those can be a bit tricky. So thank you all for watching so much. Make sure to subscribe, like the video, to comment any questions or anything you have in general for me, and I'll be back with the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.